Former Energy Minister Kevin Ramnarine says the Finance Minister's budget presentation on Monday seemed to be fixated on lambasting the energy sector, in particular multinational oil and gas companies who operate in Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Ramnarine says at this point he's concerned about whether or not the minister and his advisors understand the industry that has long served as the backbone of this country's economy. More in this Janine Brown report.
If the finance minister wants to eventually do away with fuel subsidies in totality, as outlined in his budget presentation on Monday, that's his business, but it must be done in accordance with the laws of the land. The words of former Energy Minister Kevin Ramnarine, who says if government removes the fuel subsidy without repealing the Petroleum Production Levy and the Subsidy Act, it will be acting illegally.
Because once that act remains in force, there is the existence of a subsidy. And right now, we are paying more for premium gasoline than is the market price. The market price is about $4.27, but the population is being asked to pay $5.75. So the minister is making a profit.
He feels Monday's budget presentation was a direct singling out and attack of the energy sector, which he believes will turn off foreign oil and gas companies who do business here. Regarding Minister Imbert's pronouncement that the oil and gas companies could not pay corporation tax for the next 7 years because of incentives put in place by the PP government in 2014, Mr. Ramnarine said this was misleading to citizens as he attempted to explain what happened during his tenure.
Energy sector companies have always, in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, had the facility to claim 100% of capital expenditure. All that we did in 2014 was change the sequencing or the phasing by which they claim that money. We allowed them to claim it faster. We never gave them anything.
And even if that was not the case, he points out another concern which he says exposes the minister's confusion.
The fiscal incentives of 2014 expire in 3 months. They expire on the 31st of December 2017. As per law, if a fiscal incentive is expiring in 3 months, then how could it be impacting tax revenue for the next 7 years? It makes absolutely no sense.
The former energy minister says if these energy companies fork out billions for exploration, there must be some mechanism put in place for them to recover their cost. Janine Brown, C News.
Meanwhile, energy giant BPTT says over the past few weeks it has been in discussions with the Ministry of Finance on proposals for tax reform. However, BPTT says before we can comment on the measures announced in the budget, we will first need much more clarity on these details and on the details of these measures and their impact. The company says we look forward to continuing our discussions with the Ministry of Finance and we will continue to work with the government with the expectation that the changes to the fiscal regime will preserve the competitiveness of the local energy sector and provide the stability and predictability required to underpin long-term investments.